Hey, how's it going, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X, the only show on Thursdays that starts the weekend early. I am your host, TomDog247, and as always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Ooh, baby, alright, so hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend, as I will be, because it's the weekend, and I don't have to worry about any snow. Well, I do, but I don't have to worry about it too much, because it's not going to be that bad. Before we get into tonight's festivities, let's do what we always do, and that's what we do, is the shout-outs. You know, the lovely shout-outs that you all know and love. And, so, let's get to it. Big shout out to my good friend Josh over at Absolute Talk with Josh Albert. You can check his podcast, Absolute Talk, on iTunes. Download the Podbean app. You can find him there. Or you can go on absolutetalk.podbean.com. Has all the links to where you need to go. And you'll be able to check his podcast out because it's amazing. You'll love it just as much as I do. Had a little bit of a bonus episode featuring yours truly, and it was awesome. We had a lot of fun, and definitely worth checking out. So go ahead and check that out. AbsoluteTalk.podbean.com, and that's Absolute Talk with Josh Albert. Also, a big shout out to the Super Retro Podcast, Super Retro Throwback Reviews. You can check them out each and every week on Spotify as well too. Awesome podcast. You'll love it just as much as I do. Go ahead and check them out. You'll be glad you did. Also, a big shout out to Vicky Van Goth. She does the Creep Me Out Creations, does creepy dolls, creepy artwork, and creepy prints. Definitely worth checking out. Her work is you can check her work out on Instagram at Vicky Van Goth. You can also purchase her work over on eBay and Etsy. Go ahead and check her out. And you'll be glad that you did. And, excuse me. This episode is brought to you by... This episode is brought to you by the M&J Video Games and Collectibles. You can trade in your old video games and consoles. Whew. Sorry about that. You can trade in your old video games and consoles, from retro video games, accessories, and systems. You can trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. You can trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as wrestling collectibles and autographed items, spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. If you happen to be in the Connecticut area and you want to check out its wonderful store, just in time for the holiday season, to get that last-minute holiday shopping done, you can go ahead and check them out on their website, as well as the list of events that they have going on. Check them out. mjvideogamesandcollectibles.com is where you need to go. Awesome website, awesome store, and you'll be awesome when you go to that store. So go ahead and check that out. So, the other day, I believe it was... I believe it was either on a Sunday or a Monday. It was one of the 2 snow days that we had. Sorry about that. We ran into a little bit of I did a live stream, which was, I wanted to address that. The live stream was, of course, short, very short, and It was, of course, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. If you haven't checked it out, um, that's fine. If you did check it out, that's fine too. Um, but those who did check that out are probably confused on, are not sure why I did the video that I did. Um, it's basically my ongoing feud with playing Call of Duty games via live stream. It's been going on since I've been doing it this way that you're currently seeing now since um my little spat I've had with Whack Division with regarding Black Ops 3. I figured instead of doing a separate video on that, I wanted to address it on this video here. So apparently, bring you guys up to speed of what happened back when Black Ops 3 was released. I did a couple live streams, which were which was a lot of fun. However, there was one live stream I was able to do on Twitch, but I was unable to upload that to YouTube, which you are seeing right now. In that video, it was me playing the zombie mode that they had in Black Ops, and zombie mode was very popular in Black Ops 3, as well as a lot of other Black Ops titles before that. And excuse me. So, with that being said, I did the zombie mode and everything like that. It was just me, and I had a good time. I'm not gonna lie. I had a good time with it, and I did the live stream on Twitch, and there was a lot of feedback. There was a lot of people watching, and it was one of my best videos that I had. After the live stream, I went over to YouTube. I went over to upload the video on YouTube, and as soon as it finished uploading privately, I was going to upload it privately so I can edit it out. Edit it out so that like if there was cutscenes in there, I would have edited them out, put them in there, and just be focusing more on the actual gameplay itself. Well, just as soon as I was able to upload in privately, so I wouldn't be able to, so I can go back and edit, it was blocked by Activision, and they gave me no reason on as to why they did that. I reached out to Activision at the time, and the comment and the response was the same, which was 0. I got no comment, no response, no nothing, no reason on as to why I did. Some of my friends were saying that maybe it was because of the cutscene and the fact that Jeff Goldblum was a special guest voiceover for that for one of the zombie missions. If that's the case, then I understand. But this was private, and I would have been able to edit it out or anything, or just have a word of warning saying, "Listen, you need to fix this video, otherwise you need to remove it." That didn't happen. It pissed me off. I couldn't edit it. I couldn't do nothing. It was completely blocked. The only thing I was able to do was to delete it, which I did, and I can go back and I can't go. So now it's gone. It's been gone for years now. So it brought my piss to a boil. I was mad and everything, and to this day I've sworn hatred towards Activision and their unprofessional matter. I've addressed this many times in the past before this, but I want to refresh in case everybody was confused on what happened. So, because of their unprofessionalism, every Call of Duty game that I've played after that, I go ahead and just go like I'm on the title screen, perfectly normal, and there's no problem there. So until Activision publicly apologizes, until and can allow me to live stream, be able to live stream a Call of Duty game without no problems. I do the live stream and I won't get blocked. That sort of thing. I want to be able to do that. So in order for me to do that, we need to bury this hatchet. That's the only Activision game that I will do to. All the other Activision games I've had no problem with, and it's something that it's inexcusable for. So for now on, I'm any Call of Duty game I play, it's going to be the way it is that you saw the other day. I know probably everybody was looking forward to seeing me play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but till that time, I'm going to continue doing what I do. So, and I'm going to leave it at that. So, and until Activision apologizes for what they did to me, and refuse to be professional about it. So it is what it is, and I owe it to my to my viewers, who I appreciate, by the way, that would want me to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and I want to be able to do that for them. I want to be able to deliver that to them. However, I can't without Activision apologizing to me and actually going ahead and doing that and allowing me to do a live stream without any setbacks, because I do not want any more setbacks moving forward with these Call of Duty games. And I know the Call of Duty franchise is going to be a huge hit once the next gen consoles hit, and I'm sure, and I'm going to be able to, and I want to be able to live stream without no problems. So if there's going to be a problem, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. So you owe me an apology, but to the fans, I'm sorry, but that's how I'm going to do things as far as playing Call of Duty. So to my fans, I will apologize too, but for Activision, no, I'm not. Maybe I'll do a live stream on Twitch and not upload it to YouTube. So we'll see. I haven't debated yet. That's kind of up in the air, because I've always had a pretty good turnout when it comes to Call of Duty games on Twitch. So that's the deal that's going on right now. So, all right. I got a drink here that I'm gonna try. Got this the other. I actually got this the other day. It's Red Bull Yellow Edition, and it seems like I don't know what it is. It's like my banana's yellow. How dang you. And of course, the face hugger is also, my face hugger is also yellow. So apparently there's a lot of yellow going on with me today. So They call me Mellow Yellow. Oh, I gotta be careful. Thank God I don't know the whole lyrics to that song, and if I did, you know, we all know what YouTube's gonna be doing. So I'm gonna give this a try. This is Tropical, and I'm gonna give this a try. I looked at the other ones. I wasn't really too keen on trying those. There was one that was blueberry, I think, and then there was raspberry, and then there was plum. So I don't know. So I'm gonna give this one a whirl because it's tropical punch, and because it's tropical, and I kind of I like stuff like that. So, all right. Ooh, smells like pineapple. With a hint of mango. Very good. Very good. You can taste the pineapple. You can taste the pineapple. You can also taste the mango in there as well too. I can taste the mango in there too. And what's funny about this is that I'm not supposed to be drinking these. My doctor warned me not to drink these because of my heart. So, you know, nothing's happened to me. Gotcha. I don't know, Alex Jones. What do you think? You think you want to try this? I don't know. I don't know. This isn't Gleevec juice, is it? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Alex? This is the Yellow Edition Red Bull. I don't trust your drinks. I don't trust them. I'm Alex Jones, and I'm warning you, Tom. You have been pissing me off. You have been pissing me off for the last time. You want me to try this Gleevec juice, and you and all the other Martians from the planet Gleevec are pissing me off with this stuff. And you know what, bud? You know what? It's for your show. I'll give it a try. It tastes like piss. Alex Jones with his heart attack. Again. Fuck you, Tom Dog. Hey. What can I say? Well, speaking of YouTube. So, YouTube released earlier the YouTube Rewind for 2019, and they addressed on how 2019, how 2018, how their last Rewind video for 2018 got the worst dislikes in YouTube's history, and so far it's doing that again. Let's see how many dislikes they have now. 1,000,000.4 dislikes, and I'm one of the 1,000,000.4. It's just getting to a point. I mean, it's got 10 million views as of right now. It's number one on trending. 788,000 likes. 1.4 million dislikes. It's ridiculous, and it's like, and of course the obvious picks are in there. Of course, the obvious picks. that are in there, and that's PewDiePie. Oh, God forbid, PewDiePie. Okay, big deal. He got married. Well, big deal. Good for him. And then, of course, him being the top YouTuber 2018. And then, of course, 2019. Big deal. Okay? Susie, let me level with you. It's painfully obvious that PewDiePie is going to get the top bidding because of the fact that, he's riding her coattails and everything like that. And I'm not being bitter. Okay, good for him. He's the most highest paying YouTube, but you know what pisses me, is the fact, okay, do I care that he got robbed in his home in Japan or something like that? Do I care? No. You know why? Because he has all that money to replace it. He does. And what'd you expect? And he's like he's unsure whether or not he's going to stay stay there because he has a home there in Japan, and it got broken into and everything. Do I care? No, because he has the I can understand if like people like me got robbed because of the fact that people would feel more sorry for people like me. Because of the fact that, I don't make PewDiePie money. I don't even make YouTube money. And it's ridiculous, A lot of people say that, I'm being heartless and bitter. But no, I'm not being heartless, and I'm not sure as hell not being bitter. It's the fact that, look at the principles of it all. He is the most richest YouTuber on social media right now. He is the top YouTuber on the platform. He has tons of money. He's wealthy. He just got married. To an attract, I will give him credit for. I will give him credit where credit is due. Is that I do congratulate him, on his marriage. I do, and I'm not gonna lie, his wife is very attractive and everything like that. So it's one of those things, and to me, I think all women are gorgeous, anyways, no matter how they look. But the only way I would look at them as being ugly is that the fact that they treat if they disrespect me and my family and my friends. So that's the only time. For example, Kellyanne Conway is one of those women that I don't think is that is attractive. Come at me. I'm just saying. It's just one of the, this was one of those things. And I'm being serious about that. She could be fat, she could be skinny, she could be black, white, it doesn't matter. If you have a bad attitude, and you start acting like a jerk towards everybody, and you're still full of yourself, then I'm sorry, there's no respect for you. Sorry. But having said that, do I feel bad that he, I mean, it's not a total loss because he can replace the stuff. He can replace it with all that money that he has. I mean, think about it. He says that it's not about the money, but watch, he's going to replace it. He's going to replace all that stuff anyways. We all know this. We all know this. And, he's debating whether or not he's going to resume rent because he bought the house that got robbed. And he's going to take it. Why would he debate? Why would he go and debate? And it doesn't make no sense. Like, he literally doesn't make any sense at this point. He doesn't. That's the only gripe I have. And it's like, he's making all that money. That's why I don't care. If it was a poor person that got, if it was a lower class person that got robbed, I would feel sorry for that person. Because they don't have the, underclassmen don't have the luxury to have what he has. Okay? They don't. I don't. Oh, sure, I got a PlayStation, I got a Switch, I got an Xbox. I got this wonderful blue microphone. I got all those collectibles in the back. But I used my own money for that. I'm not saying that he didn't use his money for any of his stuff. No. This is all cheap shit that I got in the back. I just want decoration. Seriously. And that was one of the reasons why I got rid of Loot Crate, because number one, I couldn't afford it anymore, and even if I did, they're out of business anyway, so I jumped ship. I could sell all that crap if I wanted to, and make some profit off of it. Because that's hundreds of dollars worth of stuff I have back there. Hundreds of dollars, not thousands. I'm just saying. I mean, really. Do I care? No, I don't. It's not me being bitter, it's just me being logical. Because again, he can replace all that stuff. If any of this shit got stolen, I wouldn't be able to replace that stuff. If it's gone, it's gone. That's how I look at it. It's gone, it's gone. I can't replace it. Even if I wrote a claim on it, that ain't worth nothing. Same thing if my Switch or Xbox or PlayStation got taken away. I'm screwed. I wouldn't be able to do a live stream. I wouldn't be able to play all the great Switch games. So how about this, Susie? Instead of looking at people that, looking at the obvious people, how about looking at those who don't get the credit that doesn't get the recognition all the time, that doesn't make the YouTube money? Because look at me, because I'm a perfect example. I don't make any money doing this shit. You took my monetization rights away, if you recall. And even then, I wasn't making any money. I was making 10 cents a year doing this shit. $0.10 a year. That's more than enough to. That's kind of like what they do, in those those commercials with Sally Struthers. Help a starving child today. Just 10 cents a month. You can, just 10 cents a day. Just 10 cents a day. You can be feeding a starving child. And if you call now, we'll send you a photo of the child you're adopting. I'm Sally Struthers. You know, that sort of thing. I'd rather put my 10 cents towards that. But I don't make the YouTube money anymore. I don't make that money anymore. So Starving Marvin's going to be starving a little bit more. Thanks a lot, Susie, for taking my monetization away. And now with this whole new thing, now with this whole new thing that you got going, this new policy that's coming in next year, which some of it I understand, but it's going to hurt me in the long run because once again, I still can't get monetized. I still have to make this amount of views and this amount of subscribers. So why not show those who don't get that recognition? Why show those who always that's a whore for attention? Especially with your biggest attention whore there is, and that's PewDiePie. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows. But why not show some love to those who don't? Who don't get the recognition? Because there are some good YouTube channels out there that nobody knows about. I'm one of them. And for the 110 subscribers that I do have, I thank you for being a part of this family. Because it's not just my channel, it's yours. A subscribe to my channel is a part of my family. And that's why I keep showing this face hugger, because you know what? It keeps him happy. Look how happy he is. Look at him. Look how happy this face hugger is. It's because you face hug that subscribe button. You show love. And if he's happy, I'm happy. Help feed this face hunger today. With just a simple click of a button, you can help feed him. I'm Sally Struthers. Seriously. That's probably the funniest bit that I'm going to do tonight. Or this year, for that matter. And I had some doozies. Which you're going to see in which you're going to learn all more about it in my to my year-end review. In just 3 weeks. 4 weeks, I'm sorry. At the end of the month. Show this love by face hugging my subscribe button. I'm Sally Struthers, and I need to eat. I used to be fatter than Tom Dog, but now I'm skinnier than Tom Dog. I'm back to my old way like I was and back when I was on All in the Family. I'm just as skinny as this Red Bull can. It's the holiday season, for God's sakes. Man, I wish Chris Farley was still alive too, man. The Hurley he got. You remember the Hurley he the Hurley He skits that him and Adam Sandler did. I'm the kid, and Chris Farley will be the father. I'll be like, please subscribe to my channel. You don't have to watch it. You could watch it if you want to. There'll be no pressure. And then here comes Chris Farley. For the love of God. Can't you see he's starving? For God's sakes! That's probably my best Chris Farley impression ever. Holy shnikes. Please subscribe to my channel. That's like the only time where I can do a good Adam Sandler impression. Please subscribe to my channel. There we go, the Adam Sandler podcast. Welcome to the Adam Sandler podcast. Please subscribe to my channel. For God's sakes. Please subscribe to his channel. He's starving. For the love of God! Folks, I've lost my mind completely. It's time for me to be committed. Which segue into another episode segment. I heard this on the radio today. On one of the AM stations, and yes, before you start laughing, I do like listening to talk radio. So, and I know we're going to be talking a lot about talk radio earlier during this program. So prepare to get bored. So, I'm only kidding. So I was listening to one of the local radio stations, and the guy that hosted the local talk show, which is a good show, by the way. I can disagree with the host and whatnot, and I can agree with one of these things. And I happen to agree with one of the things that he was saying about free speech and about saying offensive things. And he was mentioning about how the government wants to put an end to that, wanted to put an end to offensive comments or jokes and everything like that. And 65% of the government wants to put these offenders in jail. So and those who know me, even going back to my old cable access days, if this was an actual law, if this was actually, if this bill was ever to be passed, which I know for a fact it's not, because that will be in violation of the First Amendment, which is, which will be in violation of some amendment rights, which is one of them being freedom of speech. You can pretty much say whatever you want within reason. You can't be racist, you can't be sexist, and you can't be anti-Semitic. That's pretty much the First Amendment rights. There's also a freedom to express yourself. So that means if you're seeing a naked picture of Caitlyn Jenner and you jerk off to it, then yeah, that's your freedom to express yourself. Because if you find Caitlyn Jenner hot, then that's your fun. That's fine, and that will be Caitlyn Jenner's also too, because he was once because Caitlyn Jenner was once Bruce Jenner, and the rest, and he turned into a woman. I don't know if the penis is still there. I don't know. I'm not asking. But, it is what it is. And, that sort of thing. So, if you happen to like two girls in if you happen to like two girls in a cup, like I do, I'm a big fan of that. I will eat a bowl of popcorn and watch it on a continuous loop because that's my sickness right there. That sort of thing. So, it's your freedom to express yourself in that sort of way. If you want to pose nude on a bearskin rug, then that's your freedom of expression as well, too. Take a look at Melania Trump. She expressed herself in Playboy many times. Just saying. So, yeah, it would be freedom of speech and freedom of expression. But, however, if that seems to be offensive towards, if somebody thinks that it's offensive, then the government thinks that they should be in jail. That sort of thing. And, I can think of more people than just me, because I would probably turn myself in, But if I had kids, of course I would be cleaning up my act. So, obviously. But yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. You have that right. You do have a right to do whatever you want. If, of course, you don't violate. That especially with this whole Second Amendment thing. People think that their gun rights are going to be taken away. It's like, especially those who are legal gun owners, not illegal gun owners. Illegal gun owners shouldn't be owning guns. That's a whole different story. I'm trying not to be too political in this entertainment show, but you get my point. And I don't recall the Democratic Party saying anything about taking away your guns completely. They just don't want you to abuse that power. And if you have a mental illness, you shouldn't be carrying a gun. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make sure that you are well enough to handle a gun properly. So, for example, if you're a recipient of autism, you shouldn't be owning a gun. Or if you have a bipolar disorder, you definitely shouldn't be owning a gun. You shouldn't be having a license. So if your medical history consists of mental illness, regardless of what that is, you cannot own a gun. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to enforce that law because that part has been overlooked many times. So anybody with a mental illness can have a gun and be like, take a look at that kid in Sandy Hook. Now I know that wasn't his gun. I know that that was actually his mom's gun. She had a permit, so nothing was. But knowing knowing full well that she had a son that was mentally unstable, he had mental issues. Technically, there shouldn't be a gun in the house. So if you or anybody in that house has a mental issue, you don't own that gun. Period. You don't even... That's null and void. You shouldn't be having a gun in the house. Period. Okay? We're not talking about, that's not taking your right away. It's just to prevent the safety of others because those with mental illnesses can cause harm to themselves or to somebody else. In which case, that that Lanza kid, he's a prime example. His mother was a gun owner. He was mentally ill. He shot her, and then he went out and shot the school, and then he put the gun on himself. So he wasn't quite all there. Should the gun be there? No. End of story. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. And you know, somebody will look at that and say, "Oh, it's the Second Amendment." You know, that person with a mental illness had a right to shoot a gun that's not even legally his at a school full of children. Fuck you. Fuck you. Don't give me that bullshit. Because if you think by that logic, and then somebody does the same thing to you or your family, don't come crying to everybody else saying, because we'll look at you and say, "Oh, I know him. He's the guy that said that. Oh, the Second Amendment's fine. Second Amendment's fine." Open mouth, insert foot. See what happens? And you know what? A lot of these gun laws should have happened a long time ago, when your political figures got assassinated. Need I remind you of John F. Kennedy? Does John F. Kennedy ring a bell? Yeah, he got assassinated. And what did happen? And what happened with the gun laws? Nothing. Let's go even further back. Remember Abe Lincoln? He got shot in front of a lot of people, in front of hundreds of people in the Ford Theater. Don't tell me that was John Wilkes Booth's Second Amendment right to do so. Don't give me that bullshit. Don't give me that garbage. For real. Win. So this is news. Let's see. Apparently, I just got this message in. I just got this news from ESPN just now. So Baby Yoda is becoming more of a thing ever since The Mandalorian, and I'm actually going to be doing a review on that later, before the end of the year. So apparently, a lot of sports celebrities have Baby Yoda as making a meme, and this one's actually funny. This is Alex Rodriguez, Twitter, that he did the other day. If I can get it. Okay, I guess I can't get it, but I'll do it like this. So this was Alex Rodriguez's Twitter feed. Um, this was he sent out this tweet on the 3rd of this month, and he goes, "Baby Yoda is a Yankees fan. Games we shall win. A Jedi's strength flows from the pinstripes." And this is the picture that he sent. And I know that's going to piss off one of my Red Sox fans. Sorry, David. Shout out to him and Marissa, by the way. I forgot to give them a shout out. As well as but this one's my absolute favorite. Let me darken this up a little bit so you can see it a lot better. This was I actually saw this the other day. This was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson holding what's to be a baby Yoda. So right there, that's actually pretty cute. That's actually pretty cute right there. So I mean, give props to baby. Give props to him right there. I actually saw that the other day. So that is pretty cute. So yeah. But yeah, and it's just ridiculous that this YouTube rewind is ridiculous. And I just think that this YouTube rewind should get some sort of should start recognizing those who aren't as big as PewDiePie. I'm just saying, channels like mine and everything. That's all I'm pretty much saying. I know I was segueing to a lot today. I mean, just on that video alone. But that's all I'm saying. It's just like, come on, YouTube, show come on, Susie, show us some love. PewDiePie we've seen already. He knows that he's your number one guy. I mean, come on. I mean, really. We know that. I just don't care. I mean, start showing us some love, for Christ's sakes. Get the viewers a chance to see some channels that they didn't know existed, like mine. I'm one of the most lowest. It's like think about this. You look at PewDiePie. Okay, you look at PewDiePie and how he's the top YouTuber. He's the number one YouTuber. Me, I'm at all the way down at the bottom of the list. All the way down. Me. Like, let's say this can represents everybody on YouTube. He's right up here. PewDiePie's right up here. I'm all the way down here. Right here. I'm all the way down here. See that? Right there? Right there? That's me. That's me. I'm the lowest YouTuber. So that's all I'm saying. channels like mine deserve some love too. And you also got to throw in Melly Plays too, because she has a good YouTube channel as well too. And I strongly suggest you guys check her out as well too. As well as Gaming Pros and Fandom Life over on Facebook, as well as Gamer Geeks over on Facebook. Tell them Tom Dog sent you. See? I almost forgot their shout outs too, so. But I found a way to shout them out. So they all feel loved. Because I know I was all over the place. But, you know, come on, Susie. Show us some love, too. That's all I'm asking. Please. Please. Don't make me get out Sally Struthers again. I mean, I would have Sarah McLachlan come out, but we all know that I can't play Arms of an Angel. I can sing it, though. In the arms of an angel. See, that's the beauty about some of the lyrics that, you know, I can sing it and nobody can do shit about it. Because if I could do it a cappella. In the oh, let's make it seem worthy, okay? Let's make it seem worthy, okay? Okay, Sarah McLachlan, here we go. And here's me with the sad puppy dog eyes. In the arms of an angel, far away from here. In the arms of an angel. Hello, I'm Sarah McLachlan. And this is Tom Dog. He needs subscribers. He also needs sponsors. If you subscribe to his channel right now, you'll be making him very happy. I'm Sarah McLachlan. And yes, I know that was one of the most shittiest Sarah McLachlan impersonations in the history of Sarah McLachlan impersonations. And there's only one thing I gotta say about that. But I can sing her song. I gotta rewatch that part because, you know, the sad puppy dog eyes, come on. You just made Tom Dog sad. Now everybody's going to screenshot that. Marissa is probably watching right now. Oh my God, that's so creepy. It's like, I'm turning this off. I never realized how Tom Dog, being my friend and all, it's actually pretty creepy. I thought his Donald Trump impersonation was creepy. But the sad puppy dog eyes is. I don't know. It needs work. 2020 is here again. I'm Donald Trump, and I support Tom Dog getting monetized from Susie. I'm lending my support. Just to clarify things, I'm not a Trump supporter. Never has, never was, never will. Otherwise, I wouldn't be ranting about him. Which I can't wait for 2020. Or in Barbara Walters' case, 2020. She's actually looking forward to that year. This is 2020. Sherry O'Terry, I am not. But, you know, it is what it is. But, so yeah, so here's another thing that's been going on in regards to Gabrielle Union. According to a spokesperson for NBC, the network is taking steps to reach a positive resolution with former America's Got Talent judge Gabrielle Union. The move comes after Union was removed from the show after raising concerns about a toxic work environment. So, she was a judge. She was a judge on the most recent season of America's Got Talent. Was cut from the show along with Julianne Hough, or Hough, Julianne Hough or something. I don't know how you pronounce that. Julianne? Cheap joke, I'm sorry. According to Variety, Union's dismissal came amid a toxic environment surrounding the show, and she was let go in part for reporting a taped joke from Jay Leno based on racist Asian stereotypes. Vulture also reported several instances of Union calling attention to toxic workplace incidents. So yeah. So yeah, this was so yeah, it's pretty sad to see Gabrielle move, but she had to stand her ground, and I don't blame her for that. And Jay Leno, fuck you for making those inappropriate jokes. And which you should have been let go from America's Got Talent, not Gabrielle. Seriously. It says, while taping, Jay Leno made a crack about a painting on display in a hallway of Simon Cowell, the show's executive producer and judge, surrounded by his dogs. Leno joked that the pets looked like something one would find on the menu at a Korean restaurant. Yeah, very classy, Jay. Kiss my ass. 4 people present for the taping told Variety. The line was cut from the episode when it eventually aired on August 6th. See what happens from not being on the Tonight Show does to someone? Well, Hey, I'm Jay Leno. Jerry White's bobblehead bobbles more than you. It's right time, dog. You tell him. So yeah, fuck you, Jay Leno. I lost all respect to him after screwing Conan O'Brien, because if you remember, Conan replaced Jay after he was supposed to retire from the Tonight Show, and then he came back a month later. Fuck you, Jay Leno. For real. And I felt bad for Conan because he had to be quiet about it. I think Conan got shafted there, but I don't blame Gabrielle Union at all. She her and a lot of women that were once on America's Got Talent are with her. Um, Especially Howard Stern. Everybody knows who Howard Stern is. He has a pretty interesting week. Everybody's been talking about Howard Stern this week. Aside from the comments he said about Simon, which I agree with. I mean, I never worked with Simon, thank God. And if I ever did work with Simon, I would have like cussed him out on several things. Um, but just by watching him, I can tell that he's an asshole. You know. Excuse me. But seriously, Simon and Gabrielle was also saying too that Simon only wants beautiful young women to work with. And so technically we need to watch Simon and his sexual behaviors. What are you talking about? Tom Dog, your joke about me is absolutely dreadful. More dreadful than your impersonation of me. You're making me sound what Michael Caine should sound like. But I can say Paula's name. Paula. That's part of the reason why Paula left American Idol. Aside from her drinking problem. But, but seriously, Simon's such a real asshole. And if Howard Stern had a problem working with Simon, then yeah, there's a problem. There's a real problem there. Remember that whole thing with Susan Boyle? Just saying. But yeah, fuck Simon and fuck Jay. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Pretty much. So, yeah, this was a pretty crazy episode tonight. Pretty crazy. But it is well worth it. It's good to have you all here and everything. It's good to have you here. I appreciate those who are watching this evening, because we love to have you here. We love to have you here. We're like neighbors. We really are. Please, won't you be my neighbor? I haven't seen the Mr. Rogers Won't You Be My Neighbor that filmography that with Tom Hanks as Fred Rogers. But I've been hearing a lot of good things about it, and I don't know if anybody knew this or not, but um, Tom Hanks and Mr. Rogers are cousins. They're sixth cousins, so that's pretty cool. A little fun fact for those who don't know it. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, this was a pretty interesting show. Um, every week I thank you all for tuning in and showing your love for this channel, because I know others, some others won't, like Susie from, the CEO of YouTube, that sort of thing. But, it's good, let, you know, spread the word about this channel. It's good. It's good because it helps. It helps. I like exposure like that. I like to be exposed like that. I miss taking my shirt off and licking my nipple. For that, you're gonna have to wait till I have a membership of Pornhub. That's right. That's probably where I'll get the money. But then again, porn stars don't get that much money anyways. Anywho, but yeah, I think I really, from the bottom of my heart, I know I say this every week, and I mean it every week, about how thankful I am for you to subscribing to my channel and being a part of this family, because without you, this wouldn't be possible. And spread the word about this channel. Get this show this channel some love, because that's what it really needs. And I'll do the same thing back. If you have a channel too, if you have a channel for your, if you have a channel yourself, and I'll show you that same love. But be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. If you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. Also, you can ring-a-ding that bell to stay notified. Comment down below. This is going to be very interesting. We're going to keep this. Conversation a lot this week. For the coming weeks, because we're nearing the end of 2019, and I would like to know what were your favorites of 2019, and who knows, maybe I will mention that in the best of 2019 year-end wrap-up. So if you have a favorite, anything, feel free to share to me with your favorites is, and give you guys a shout out too and everything like that. So put a comment down below, and I will let your voice be heard about what was your best of 2019. I would like to know. And then when I gather them all up, we can we'll discuss about it at the year-end review, which will be in New Year's Eve 2019. So yeah, this will be very interesting. So like to know what you have to say. What were your favorites and all that. And if you're new to this channel, please, for the love of your heart, I'm Sally Struthers, face hug that subscribe button. You can make him very happy. Look how happy he is. Look, I'm going to get closer. How can you not like this face? I mean, come on. Look how adorable that face is. You just wanted to go, if he had cheeks, I would pinch him. It's like, mwah, I love you. And he loves you too. He'll love you more if you face hug that subscribe button. I'm serious. Show your love. Show your love. Because this is the channel of brotherly love. Sadly, we're not Philadelphia. But we are Channel X. And we will see you all here again next week. Same Tom Dog time. Same Tom Dog time. Same Tom Dog Channel X. And until then, this is Tom Dog. And this is our friend the face hugger. Show the love. Show the love. Show us the love. You don't want him sad. You don't want to see a sad face hugger. Especially this little cute guy right here. Anywho. But we'll see you all again here next week. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care. So long. Peace.